I have a question about feeling I have a broken heart from not feeling loved by my mother as a child, and also marrying the wrong man later on in life because of going with my head instead of my heart, even though the man was a very nice person. How would you begin to mend this idea of a broken heart and not being able to feel love? So most of us experience this kind of journey, don't we, from absolutely feeling unloved and perhaps unlovable. And our experiences have really verified and validated that this is true. I am not capable of loving myself, and everyone else around me isn't, won't, can't give me the love that I'm looking for. So I'm feeling this broken heart because I didn't get what I felt I needed. And of course, everyone could point to something in their own childhood, perhaps adolescence, adulthood, or several things that we don't feel we received that we needed. And because of that, we learn to mistrust ourselves. We get this idea, or perhaps truer said, this idea is there right from the get-go, carried in from a previous body-mind vehicle, that there's something wrong with us. And because of that, we're not allowing ourselves to experience the fullness of love. If you feel on some deep down level, not consciously, although maybe it's conscious too, that there's something fundamentally wrong with you, something to be ashamed of, something that if everybody really knew you, they wouldn't like you, something like that. If that's how you feel deep down, like I did for a very long time, of course, you're not going to be able to open up and let someone really love you. Of course, you're not going to be able to let anyone get close to you even, most especially yourself. So for me, again, it had to come down to questioning these ideas. Is there actually anything wrong with me? As we've just experienced this, what the depths, what the stillness, the silence really is, to whatever degree we experienced it during that inquiry, meditation, whatever it was. That's what we really are. And from perfection comes perfection only. There can't be imperfection arising out of perfection. The perfect stillness and silence, the loving presence of reality, does not give birth to faulty, flawed human minds and bodies. It gives birth to thoughts about being flawed, but not to actual imperfection. There's a huge difference there. As you learn to fall in love with yourself, you'll be completely led by your heart. So you won't be able to make a decision from your head. You might all say, go this way, and you go, no, I'm going this way. This way is where the love and the fun and the joy is. And not because mine's wrong, just because mine can't really dive. It's on the surface of the ocean. It can't go down here with us. So as you're learning to question your own stories, then you'll find that the type of person that you encounter and the way that people are with you that you already know will begin to change. People are going to be able to love you when you do. And I know that's a cliche, but it's nonetheless true. Bless you. It's one of the hardest things to love ourselves until we're ready, and then it's easy. Like, I'm done with telling stories about myself, and I'm diving deeper into the fullness. I see and I feel how completely already absolutely okay I really am as reality itself. And I refuse to let thoughts diminish the expression of that perfection. Nothing imperfect can arise out of something perfect. I don't mean perfect as in our mind's idea. I mean perfect as in absolutely it is already 100% this, whatever this is. Right now, reality looks like this, right? Showing up like this. And it's doing it with everything it's got. doesn't know how to half-ass anything. Most of all, it can't half-ass a mind and body. It's a perfect sculpture made out of itself, for itself, by itself, sculpted out of love. So when you're more willing to see that than you are to believe your stories about yourself, everyone else can love you too. And here's something, those beings that we were looking for, looking to give us those things we needed, our parents, our siblings, our the people that made an impression upon us as children. They couldn't really give us what we needed or wanted from them because they didn't have it for themselves either. They hadn't figured out how to let that flow from the inside out. They were also trying to get it from us, and we couldn't give it to them either. Human beings have some extraordinarily complex ways of going about looking for love. So the blame and the forgiveness begin to change then. The blame begins to disappear and the forgiveness. They can't give you what they don't have. They don't even know you. They've never met you. They've met what they think about you. You've met what you think about them. At the core, at the depths, everyone is this ocean of stillness. And the more that we can recognize that everyone's running on empty, everyone's starved of love and value and self-respect until they're not. It's not that people won't give you what you need from them. They can't. So hope that helps you to begin to understanding. You have to begin to feel and understand why you haven't let this love flow as yourself first. It's always to do with stories, isn't it? Always comes down to that.